Yo, what's going on, Touge gang, man? Welcome back to the channel, man. Today, man, I'm gonna show you guys my updated wheel settings, my updated force feedback settings, man, and the best wheel settings possible for the Logitech G29, G920, and the G923. You can also use these force feedback settings too for Thrustmaster and Fanatic wheels too. With all that being said, man, you guys go ahead and slap that like button, go ahead and subscribe. Y'all know how we rock over here, man. All vibes, man. Let's go ahead and get straight to this video, you know what I'm saying? Okay, gang, so first you're gonna go up here to the top right and you're gonna go to settings, right? You're gonna go to the controls over here in the left under Assetto Corsa. You're gonna go to Assetto Corsa and then controls. Here you can find all your axes. Now, I set mine up with 900 degrees, of course, 1 gamma, the scale at 100%, filter 0, and the speed sensitivity at 0, okay? The invert and the auto adjust scale is definitely unchecked. You do not need that. For the throttle, I have no dead zone, 0 dead zone. The invert is checked. For brakes, the invert is checked again, but the dead zone from 0 to 70%. After 70%, it's a dead zone for me, but the gamma left at 1. Clutch inverted again, no dead zone for the clutch. My handbrake is actually set to 15%. After 15%, it's a dead zone. Now, the fact too that I made it longer, as you guys can see, it's that much easier to pull. I'm gonna do a video where I show you guys how I custom made my handbrake and my shifter here, my shifter knob, so you guys can have a nice look at that too. Let's go ahead and move on to force feedback here. So you're gonna move to the top right again. There's force feedback right here, and then over here where you see gain, the gain is at 85%. Then you see the rest: filter, curb, road, slip, ABS. For drifting, I set them at 0. Now for racing, I would move the curb, road, slip, and ABS up to maybe about 2 to 5% so I can feel the road a little bit. Definitely do not invert the force feedback at all. Do not do that. For miscellaneous, you guys can try these features if you want to. I've experimented with them a little bit. I figured out that the more I mess with these miscellaneous features, the more problems I run into as far as like my Logitech G29 making more noise and more gear slipping. I don't enable the post processing filter, so you don't even need to worry about these at all. Of course, experimental and all that, that's unchecked too. You don't need to worry about that at all. Now we're gonna move over to the patch settings. If the cars have extra options like underglow, lifting the hood, lifting the trunk, anything like that, you're going to use these extra options right here, okay? A, B, C, and D. For me, my A is L2 here, my B is R2, my C is the negative here, and then my D is the share button right here above the option button. And you can also set it here, bind it to your keyboard. For my keyboard, it's the A button, S, D, and F. Moving on, we're gonna go over to our system. In system, please, if you play online, teleport to pits right here. Please bind that to your wheel. Bind it to your wheel or somewhere close by that you can hit so you don't ruin other players' lines. Bind that to your keyboard or to your wheel, okay? For my wheel, I have it set as the PlayStation button right here, so it's easy to hit. And then I also have setup in pits, so basically you're going back to the pits too, is the option button right above it. So if I hit either one of those, I'm going back. You know, it's that much easier, and it helps you not ruin other players' line. Now we can move over to the buttons here. The buttons, of course, my next gear and my previous gear for the paddle shifters, I do have those enabled, although I really don't use them at all. I have 6 gears, so my gears 1 through 6 are binded, as well as my reverse gear here too. Down here in the headlights, I have it plus. The horn is my enter sign or the arrow here. Glance left is L3. Glance right is R3 right here. Glance back, circle, and then the change camera is triangle right here. After you do this too, please save your preset, okay? I have mine saved as bet, like we said before, so you know, save it here. And then you want to replace it, yes you do, and then bet, you know what I'm saying? Let's go over here to drive now, and I'm going to show you guys the ultimate tool as far as like to control each car's force feedback individually. I'm going to show you that tool. Ooh, y'all saw that? In game, we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and set up our stance. Let's go to look. Yeah, our stands preload. Let's go ahead and set that up. When you're actually in game, you go over here to the right. Now you can hit the Alt Abs key right up there at the top. You're gonna go down right here to force feedback controller. Okay, this helps you actually to control each car's force feedback individually. So when you change this force feedback, like say I'm gonna move it up to, let's go 130, right? We're gonna save it here, right? It's gonna make just this car's force feedback a little bit more aggressive, right? It's gonna push up the force feedback on this car so we feel it more on our steering wheel, right? You see how our steering wheel is already just moving around? That's what you want. That's what you want, honestly. But thank y'all so much, man. I appreciate each and one of y'all so much, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and thank y'all again, man. I love all of y'all, and please check out our videos down below, man. We got a lot of bangers coming out, and we got a lot of bangers that just dropped, man. I love you all so much, man. Touge gang is the littest gang out here, man. Appreciate y'all. Slap that like button again and subscribe. We out. Peace.